Very good.
And 2, 3.
Sound.
Is that enough light back here?
So far. Probably by 8 we might need the lights on.
Is Palmer coming tonight?
Yeah, he just walked
He's
in.
in.
Oh, he did.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Palmer.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Mr. Noble's not coming in today, so if you want to take your stuff, you can sit down there if you
No, that's
prefer.
all right. I'll just sit back here.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
We put Carol down there, so we were separated a little more.
This one's good.
Oh, we didn't sign that, or did you?
Not yet. I got to.
Did you pull it out though?
No,
Okay.
What's that?
Check.
Oh, for Palmer.
we got to
Save-
check. it.
save postage.
Oh, for the refund?
His is in there.
Yeah, I have to sign
Did
that.
you pull it out?
No, I didn't.
Oh. You want
Yeah. He won't leave without it.
No, I wasn't gonna charge you guys, but when I had to do 7 of them, I said, I'm with you.
Yeah, no,
I was gonna
that,
do the first one complimentary for $36, but I was like, once it became $250, yeah.
yeah, that's starting to
I'll
add
get
up.
reimbursed for that, yeah.
to? Should.
I think it was close enough. I'd like to welcome everybody that came tonight and welcome the community that is watching us on YouTube. I'd like to start off with a prayer and then the pledge. Lord, be with us today as we conduct the town businesses, and we ask you in this name, in your name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Privilege of the floor. Anybody have anything? Yes, Louis.
I want to ask about how we doing on the building permit application.
Yeah, I did put something together and I sent it to him, but I haven't heard back from him.
Working on it.
For the online piece, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was live.
Nope, I haven't gotten anything yet.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I knew they were working on it, but I don't know where it's at now.
I'll check with Marty and find out. We'll get it out there.
Anything else? If not, we'll move on to the, well, no, I can't move on to that because I have to mention that Kevin the highway superintendent will be absent from tonight's meeting. Now we'll move on to the minutes from August.
I move we approve the minutes.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, I like that. Financial report. The vouchers are here. I received the town clerk's report. Nothing. In the general fund, we spent $97,532.68. And this time of year, in the highway fund, we spent $288,377.93. Need a motion to accept the vouchers.
I make a motion that we pay the vouchers.
Roll call.
Riker,
Aye.
Douglas,
Aye.
Strozel,
Aye.
Rixey,
Aye.
Evans,
Aye.
I have no budget transfers. A couple more months before they start. If anything else, we'll move on to assessors.
Denise would like to get permission to attend the annual assessor convention in Niagara Falls this year, October 3rd through the 6th. And that'll be approximately $800 divided by the 3 towns.
Want a motion for that?
We're spending money, so we need a motion, kinda.
Yes, we do.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, it's October
All
3rd.
right.
Yes, we do.
I'll move we contribute 1/3 of $800 for Denise to go to training in Niagara Falls.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Riker,
Aye.
Douglas,
Aye.
Strozel,
Aye.
Rixey,
Aye.
Evans.
Okay. If nothing else for the assessor, we can move on to Buildings and Grounds Committee.
I don't really have anything unless you got an update on the chairs and tables or anything, or we just gonna let that, what are we doing with
We
that?
kind of
Wait till next year now?
waited because it's getting so late, and then we just have to store them for the winter.
Yeah.
So I think we decided to wait on that.
I know, I know we mentioned ahead of time and you talked about the, that one group, which is towards in the new business. But I was at the farmer's market on Thursday and there was an issue with people trying to use the restrooms inside and people getting changed for the tops of things. So if we can hopefully use some money on a grant for that, but we would also, I think we should probably start putting a plan together to get that complete.
Mhm.
And it's been a long time coming for them, so.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Jim? How do you want? I know.
I'm all for having somebody else do it. I've been so busy. I'm going out west pretty soon, so I won't be back till November.
Yeah, well, at some
So,
point, we
it
gotta
won't-
throw
it
up
won't
the
be this
flag
year.
for volunteers. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Well, what we can do is, I could talk to Kevin Letty and see what he could do, if he would be interested in doing it.
So,
I think we should probably get a quote probably too. Put it out to bid.
If we put it out for bid and then decide what, because we only pay him by the hour.
Right.
When's the last market this year?
I'm not quite
It's
sure.
the last weekend of September, but then during the fall festival, there's a special event there. And then they also usually hold, just after Thanksgiving, another special event for Christmas to allow vendors to sell their products.
I think where we should be on this, if we could get the petitions in and get everything done, but do all the plumbing come springtime, rather than have it all done
Yeah.
in the wintertime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, wasn't there an issue that there's stuff in the bathrooms that need to be,
There's some siding
that needs to be put up
on.
first before the bathrooms can
Yeah.
go that next step? Okay. And is that volunteer? We're gonna hire that out as well?
I believe it should be volunteer, but I mean, it's not that much. We don't have much there. It's just the gables on the inside on both sides, and we think there's just enough to do it.
So we need to call together a work party maybe?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll work on that. Yeah. You got me going on that. There was something else I was gonna.
Sorry.
Yeah. I did talk to Kevin Letty. We have a light issue out in the parking lot. He knows about it. And I saw him the other day. He's been real busy all summer long and I haven't seen him. And I actually
It's
called him,
blinking down there at the
the
end.
one that blinks
The
down there.
disco one?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's gonna be time change soon.
And we've also been having some issues with the toilets in here. I'm not sure if the one might only need a wax ring, but we're gonna work on that with,
It's leaking.
yeah, and it moves.
Oh, yeah, it's probably,
It moves when you sit on it.
the
So,
Johnny bolts might have come loose too.
yeah, so the janitor, or what I call him, custodian, Shay, brought it to my attention, and I said we would work on it and fix that.
Just check the Johnny bolt first.
But that, yeah, all right, that's what we'll do. But I just wanted to let you know that's some work that's going to be done. Okay. I'll talk to Kevin about that pavilion and see.
Okay.
And then if you think we should go from, you really think we should go with the bids to do that?
Well, if you can get a grant to do it, then, you know, or if we can use
Well,
that
we don't
COVID
know
money,
that
if we
yet.
can use that COVID money, let's find that out first.
Yes.
Well, then if that's the case, we probably won't be able to do that until at least another month or better before we can get started on that.
Right.
Before I do go, from buildings and grounds, tomorrow's supposed to rain real hard. So that's not a good day to do those solar panels, but we've got to get them off this month. So when we're ready to go up there and take them bolts out and cut those lines, and then I'll talk to Kevin and get a loader over here.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think we ought to line up whoever they're going so we can haul them right out of here. Not
Yeah.
Or
leave-
they can come get them, right?
Yeah, but have them have a pickup here, we can get rid of them.
Yeah, Bob Riggs wanted some and somebody else wanted some.
Yeah.
I almost think Marty said he wanted
I think
some.
Marty did too.
As saying if there's one available, I can take.
Oh, that's right, you did.
For a poll.
Yeah, yeah, there should be an extra one.
Probably first come, first serve, I would think.
I would think, yeah.
Okay. I'm writing some names down here so we remember. Okay, enough of buildings and grounds. We'll move on to the code enforcement committee.
Marty submitted his monthly report. He got 7 permits and total monies of $875 he collected.
I have a question in regards to that. Under his permits, he lists deck twice and pools a couple of times.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if that all added in
I
or,
don't know.
Hmm.
It's just what he wrote down.
because it would be 9 permits total,
Mhm.
otherwise.
You might have just added on.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
He did add proper.
As long as the money's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I can pick on him about that. He kind of threw me under the bus here the other day. He asked me if I knew this person, and I said, yeah. Well, he said, can you have me stop down and get a permit? I said, oh, yeah, I can do that. So I called my buddy up, and he doesn't answer. So I drive to his house. I said, hey, Marty was asking about a permit for your house. He says, I already got one. I said, oh, this is going to be great. So I called up Marty. I said, hey, the guy said he's already got a permit. Oh, yeah. I said, well, before you throw me under the bus next time, I said, make sure you know what you're doing. It was funny. Just wanted to throw that kind of a joke out there. Okay, if nothing else, we'll move on to the justice and
I don't have anything.
I think everything's going well there. The girls went to training this week.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Or last week, you mean?
Monday they weren't here, and I'm not sure if they're here Friday or not.
Okay, training this week, like you said.
Okay, cemeteries.
Well, cemeteries don't look too bad. I took a ride up on a hill today and checked one on Fairfield and Newman to see if they need to be mowed in next month, but they were in pretty good shape, I
Okay.
think.
The reason I asked him to do that is because the guy that's mowing the cemeteries called me the other day and thought that they were getting up there again, and he wanted to know if he could do them again. So he is scheduled to do the two, the one on 96B and 96.
Yeah, Spencerville.
Yeah, and so that is scheduled for one in this month, if I remember it. You got it right?
Yeah,
Yeah. The other 6 were not.
all right.
I asked Jim
So
to
the
look
others-
at it, and Jim says they're fine,
I think
so
they're fine.
I'm gonna let him know that just do the 2 on the main
That
road.
are already on the schedule.
If for any reason you look at them in a month from now and they,
Look like they need to, we can decide then.
yeah, or just hang on till the spring.
Hopefully the rain holds out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. We are gonna have to, and I think I mentioned it before, redo this schedule
Yeah. For next year.
in the.
Unless we have a dry season next year.
That's correct.
We need this back. There's somebody's phone number on there.
Yeah, that would be his, I think.
Is it? Ross?
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. Okay. Now, seems how you're on the table, Jim, we'll start right on there with the highway
I
department.
talked to Kevin today and we had vandals. Cadillac converters have been stolen off of the truck out back, pickup truck.
Oh,
Battery's been stolen out of the road. So we're locking everything up.
Have to get some dogs down there.
We have cameras
We got
now?
cameras. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And they
cameras.
still can't?
They-
We got some good
Oh, they
pictures.
know who it is,
Yeah,
okay.
they know who it is.
On the roller, that was out on the job.
Yeah, that was out on Whitmarsh and,
Oh, they took it.
Wow.
yeah.
So they went and put hasp on them and got them so they lock now.
But, the big truck that's on order is not gonna be in until, he's saying February, March, because Volvo had a shutdown.
Yep.
So, it's gonna start paving again Tuesday, if weather holds out. So,
It's supposed to be in the 80s next
That would be
week.
Tuesday after our meeting at 9.
apparently,
Okay.
he might have forgot about the meeting, but he told me Tuesday. might have
He
been
does,
Wednesday.
I reminded him today when I had the conversation with him. All right.
Other than that, that's about all we got going on.
I have been noticing, kind of, we anticipated this was going to happen due to the fact of the recycling, but I am noticing that on 96 and 96B, there is a lot of cans, bottles, beer boxes, and everything being thrown.
Huh.
I don't know what we could do about it.
That works under the Adopt a Highway program on the state roads, and that's done through the state. And I'm not sure if maybe the groups with the pandemic still haven't got together to
Yeah.
do that. I know
The auxiliary did it,
the auxiliary did theirs on
and we're due
Spencer
the
Road.
first week in, the first Saturday in November, we do it again
But
on
I'm
the
also, I'm also
Spencer
starting to
side.
know it on a lot of the side roads too.
Yeah.
People are
That's gonna get bad.
throwing a lot of their garbage and recycles. I'm seeing full
Yeah.
bags now being thrown out of the vehicles.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do about it.
Uh,
It's not like we have manpower to pick up garbage.
That's,
We do on rainy days,
Okay.
absolutely. Yep. I mean, but thanks for bringing that to our attention, Ed.
Yep.
And that's something we will mention to Kevin. Okay. As you noticed on the agenda, we added the EMS committee. We started to put that in there now to get it ready for January.
You don't mind being on that with me, do you, Ed?
nope, not a
I didn't
problem.
think so.
I can tell you how many calls they've had.
Well, and that's exactly what we're gonna be having, them kind of reports and that.
I may attend their board meetings.
Mhm.
And they were very happy with the 50 grand. They, according to Curtis, they still had to go to the bank and borrow some more money for the rest of the year, but
Yeah,
they
I think-
really appreciated the town's help.
Absolutely. I think they're still short 60.
I
somewhere
think that
around
was the
there,
number he
somewhere
gave us.
around
Yep.
60 to 70, somewhere in that, but there's still more fundraisers that others are doing and still collecting, so hopefully that will drop by the end of the year. But either way, they're, with the money that they're receiving as part of doing a loan and a small business loan and things, they should be fine.
Sweet.
That's good. We'll see how
So
the
they're
numbers work
using,
out.
is it the COVID loan that they're using for the small business?
I'm not sure what loan they actually got.
Okay.
Since I'm not on the board of directors, so I don't know the exact funds, and that would be I wouldn't be able to be on the board of directors.
Nope, not- Be a conflict of interest at this
Conflict of
point.
interest, that's right. Just a simple volunteer.
Okay, planning board.
All right, planning board, they met last Tuesday. Robin did a fantastic job for her first meeting as chair. Basically, it was a quick meeting with no information from, no update from code enforcement, and we did hear they were attempting, and this goes back to when I was on the planning board as well, we were looking into getting a grant to do the sidewalk project, which is in our comprehensive plan. But unfortunately, there wasn't enough time. It was one of those, we saw it, we had about 4 months, but it would have taken more like a year to at least get something together between the estimates and everything. We did talk with our engineer and tried to get some of that paperwork. Worked with Bill Leonard a little bit on the work that he did when he was getting some prices, but unfortunately, we just wouldn't be able to get everything in time. And we really, if you read the grants, you do kind of need a professional to do some of the paperwork. There's some things that are beyond us. So that was that. They did reach out to the Design Connect at Cornell again to see about bringing them to one of the planning board meetings and talk to them, learn what they do. I know they did help us out in the past with the Pavilion project and others, and with you, Jim. So they're looking into that. Other than that,
It's usually a fee associated with that, isn't there?
with just to get them to come and talk to you, there's no fee, and if the project moves forward, I think they help apply for a grant for it. Wasn't that how it works, Jim? I think.
Yeah.
And then they take, they cover some of their costs.
Yeah,
Okay.
Didn't the fee, wasn't that for like the blueprints or whatever, those drawings that they did? Wasn't
Yeah.
it more for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the book, which is what
The
you
last one
really
was the
need.
park
Kind of like an
project.
overhead
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah, they put together like a binder and everything, which
Yeah.
is really what you need to present to
For a
really make
grant.
yourself look good
Yeah.
for a grant. So there's
And
that.
they're all students.
Yeah, it's a all student organization over there, so it's a really nice program. And Robin will be out in November, but it works out. The planning board will not be meeting in November due to the fact that it is election day.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Did you skip dog control? I didn't hear it.
There was no dog control because,
Okay,
she's been awful busy. And
okay.
she called and excused herself in her report. She is gonna get one to Carol, but we'll have it eventually. We'll talk about it at the next meeting if we have to. Okay, Board of Appeals.
I don't have any, but we have our chair here. Did you guys even meet last?
It's been pretty quiet for us. We do have a formal meeting next Thursday, the 23rd. And we are aware of the training on, is it the 21st, Tuesday?
Yeah,
Everybody has that email. I know some of us work and we can do it through our work.
excellent.
Plus, we have Steve lined up to give us any trainings we need as well during one of our meetings.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
Good.
Well, hopefully it gives it time enough. By having it this early in September, you've got a few months to get it done. All
I
right,
think you have till October.
I think so too.
We're being proactive.
All right,
It's not too
awesome.
loud.
Old business. We don't have anything under old business. And so we can move right on to new business. And the new business is, we need a deputy town clerk. And Carol has talked to Virginia Dawson and she is happy and willing to come back and work with Carol. So we need to appoint her.
So it's gonna be your salary. Yeah, we discussed that.
That will be whatever our hourly rate is now. Is it 13 and something, whatever it is now.
Okay, so
And then January 1st, it'll go to 15.
Because minimum wage goes up.
Yeah, I think I want to say we're 50 cents over minimum wage
I think
now.
so too.
So,
Is there a hour limit,
no.
There is a budget limit.
budget limit?
So yes, in a way.
Yeah, and if you look at your financial report, you'll see what there's in the town clerk's contingency.
Yep.
So if somebody would make a motion to,
I would make a motion that we appoint Virginia Dawson as the deputy town clerk.
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Under new business also, the workplace violence sexual harassment refresher, September 21st at 9 a.m. at the town barn. And the ARPA consultant service, that is for the federal grant money that we received. There's a gentleman by the name of Greg Evans, who is handling a lot of the people's paperwork, or should I say municipalities' paperwork, to justify how you can spend that money. So we don't know how much it is an hour. We just saw his video. What day was it?
Thursday, I think.
Thursday, something like that.
We had a Zoom
And
meeting with him.
so we thought we would, if the board is interested in it, we would get a hold of the gentleman and see what his fees are. And those, honestly, those fees will be paid through the federal money. So I think it's a win-win situation for us to hire him and see if we can't get some of our money back, like our broadband, the EMS, and like Ed says, the restrooms in the pavilion, and I don't know, we'll have to see. But
You
it's,
sign.
He can tell us how to spend it then.
That's correct.
Yes. Once we make sure we're eligible,
yes,
and he'll do that paperwork too. He has a worksheet that
yeah,
template, he said.
I think it's well worth it if, seeing as how there are a lot of hoops to jump through.
Exactly.
And a lot of fine lines with it after reading all of the stipulations for the usage. And if the money will come out of that to pay and offset,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a win-win, like you said, so.
Are you gonna contact him?
yeah, we will, yeah. We'll make a motion to
I'll make a motion that we reach out to the Bonadio Group, Greg Evans, to get a quote for usage of the American Recovery Act money.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I don't have anything else on there, but I do have, something I did want to mention that our budget that Patty and Gene and I have been working on. I walked away pretty happy. We're hoping that the town portion of that taxes, I don't believe we're gonna be raising any of the town portion. I think we're gonna be all right with that. The only portion we'll have to raise for is the EMS. So by the end of this month, we should have our preliminary budget into Carol. And then in October meeting, she'll hand that over to us. And then we'll go through it, that meeting, and line by line, or you can look at it and improve it, but by not going line by line unless you got questions on it. And then November 9th meeting, we'll have our public hearing and vote the budget in. That's our plan for now. There's nothing, anybody got anything to say about that? If I move on, we can open the meeting up again to privilege of the floor because we have nothing else. Anybody got any questions?
I do. You were just talking about the budget that you'll have for us for the next meeting?
Actually, we won't have it the next meeting. Carol will have it to hand to us.
Okay.
We have to hand it to her by the September 30th. And then she presents it to the board at the October meeting. And at that day, we'll open it up and we'll go through it line by line if we have to. We've done that in the past. I've seen other towns where they had the board look at them and then they just vote on it. I'd rather go line by line if anybody has a question and why is this lowered or why is that higher? And sometimes we can answer that question and so.
So, but you said it looked good other than the.
Oh,
EMS line?
very, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to hold a flat line over last year's budget.
Yeah.
Other than the EMS contract,
Right, but that
Whatever
would be a large amount.
$435,000,
Yes,
large
it'd
amount.
be large.
Which was a percentage of, you remember, 15?
Which was a
20?
percentage of 15.5% is the budget increase for the 435.
So if you look at your last year's town taxes and look at what the fire district received, which I think I've told a lot of people that, it's gonna be less than that because they get 450, this is 435, won't be much,
Really close.
but it'll be close. And that'll give you an idea how much the town portion is gonna go up.
And that'll be reflected in our taxes.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, like you said, whatever your fire district is, just double that. That's really what your new amount's going to be. Do you know if in the budget, because I wasn't sure about last year due to the fact that it was 2020, but I know trainings are going to be resuming for both Board of Appeals and also the Planning Board.
Yep.
I don't know if there was training money in last year's budget.
There was.
Okay, so if
And
that's
it's
not
there
gonna
for
change, then that
2022
should be fine.
also.
Okay.
I was gonna ask about that, thank you.
Yeah. Like just trying to find it here. Of course, when I want it right up front, I can't get it.
These, looking up what we can do for trainings,
Yeah, I just to show.
I think it should just be unlimited, we can. take care of it.
Unlimited.
Just give them a checkbook.
Okay, how come I can't find that line number?
I can never
Yeah,
find.
I don't,
It's under the contingency part, like just for the justice. Their contingency is like $2,500.
Contractual, you mean?
Or I'm sorry, yeah, contractual. And actually, they went over theirs, not only because of training, but also supplies.
I think it's about that for us. Well, she lowered it one year.
yeah, both planning board and you guys got lowered, but we didn't use any of it last year, so.
Yeah, and there's quite a few of us that need some training.
Like with, in Palmer's contractual, we had like $2,500 and he's only used like 500 of it. Yeah, which is good because that comes back to the town if he doesn't use it.
Right.
I honestly believe we lowered his again this year because of that and we used it someplace else. Yep, I don't know, I can't find it. But
It's okay,
anyway,
as long as we know.
It's the same.
yeah, and I want to think your guys is right around 2,500.
Yeah,
Also.
that's
That was my.
usually what it, because it used to be 3,000 and then it got dropped to 2,500.
Yeah.
So you might have to space some of your members out 2 years.
It's just, I know before, when this pandemic started hitting, both Susan and I were supposed to go for training. And-
The Board of Appeals contractual is 2,500. You haven't used any of it.
Pandemic did that for us.
Planning board is also the same thing.
Mhm.
Okay, well. If there's nothing else. Jim, I guess it's up to you now.
New guy.
A new guy.
Motion, we adjourn.
Thank you, community. We'll see you next month.
You get your banana split.
Yep, I got time to get my banana split for dinner.
There you go.